In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 10, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Philadelphia 76ers versus Atlanta Hawks. The Philadelphia 76ers are traveling to State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia to face the Atlanta Hawks. Philadelphia is 23-12 this season and is 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta is 12th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 14-21. The 76ers have won both of their games this season against the Hawks. The Philadelphia 76ers have cooled off a bit recently as they've lost 3 of their past 4 games, and they will be hoping to snap a 2-game skid after getting routed by the Jazz in a 120-109 loss on Saturday. Tyrese Maxey led the team with 25 points and 9 assists. Kelly Oubre Jr. added 24 points while Paul Reed chipped in with 16 points. As a team, the 76ers shot just 40% from the field and 7 of 38 from the three-point line as they did well to stay in the contest in the first half before they went cold and scored just 22 points in the third quarter to allow the Jazz to pull away. Maxey had himself a rough shooting night of just 9 of 24 from the field and 1 of 8 from the three-point line, while Nicholas Batum scored just 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Hawks have been in a real slump as they've lost 6 of their last 8 games overall, and they will be hoping to snap a 2-game skid after getting beaten by the Magic in a 117-110 overtime road loss on Sunday. Trae Young led the team with 31 points and 9 assists. Dejounte Murray added 24 points. Bogdan Bogdanovic scored 18 points off the bench, while Saddiq Bey chipped in with 16 points. As a team, the Hawks shot 46% from the field and 9 of 30 from the three-point line as they showed plenty of fight to come back from a 7-point deficit late in the fourth quarter, only to go ice cold and score just 5 points in overtime to allow the Magic off the hook. The 76ers are still shorthanded with Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, and D'Anthony Melton all out, while the Hawks are keeping an eye on Wesley Matthews, who is questionable for this one. The 76ers have been one of the most consistent teams so far this season, but they've hit a bit of a rut with the injury to Embiid, while the Hawks have been disappointing from opening night, and they are coming into this one fresh off a tough overtime loss to the Magic. This looks like a good spot for the Hawks to steal a game against the shorthanded 76ers, but they've missed on these opportunities all season. This line is a bit surprising, and it's telling me that the Philadelphia 76ers could be down some key players. However, the Hawks have several players on their injury list as well, and they're just not a team I'm eager to back in the betting market. The Atlanta Hawks could be without Capela, and Young is dealing with a shoulder issue despite being listed as probable. The Atlanta Hawks don't play defense, they have issues finishing games, and they're 8-27 against the spread on the season. No team this season has burned NBA bettors more than the Hawks. The 76ers are the better team and have won 5 straight against the Hawks. The 76ers have already won 2 games this season against the Hawks, and honestly, I don't know how the Hawks find a win against this team. Philadelphia has one of the top 10 offenses and defenses in the league, and while Atlanta has been playing amazing on offense, their defense can't help them keep leads. The 76ers have already beaten the Hawks twice this season by double digits, and I think they can make it 3 in a row even without their big man. So the Philadelphia 76ers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Sixers could be without several players, including their do-it-all-star Embiid. This impacts Philadelphia on both ends of the court, as Philadelphia ranks 22nd in rim field goal percentage and 18th in opponent rim field goal percentage. I expect Atlanta to take the ball to the basket as much as possible, creating open looks on kickouts when they can't score at the rim or get to the free throw line. While this should be enough to get the Hawks a cover, they still have their work cut out for them, as Philadelphia's perimeter defense is legit. The Sixers rank 5th in opponent three-point percentage, and the Hawks have been off the mark from long range all season. Philadelphia also averages 9.1 steals per game, the most in the league. The Atlanta Hawks are allowing 126 points per game at home this season and 135 in their last 3 games, while the 76ers are averaging 118 points per game on the road. In their last 3 games, they have only averaged 103.7. When we take both teams' averages on offense and defense, we get projected total of 230 149. While the pace of this game will be high with their combined pace being 105 possessions, I don't think they score enough to take us over the total due to their recent performances on offense. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Miami Heat. The high-flying Oklahoma City Thunder are set to embark on a journey to South Beach this Wednesday, where they will face off against the defending Eastern Conference champions, the Miami Heat. This season, the Thunder have emerged as one of the NBA's surprise teams, boasting a commendable record of 24-11 and positioning themselves in the intense competition for the top spot in the Western Conference. On the other hand, the Miami Heat have experienced a somewhat inconsistent season, standing at 21-15. However, their knack for transforming into a formidable playoff team adds an element of unpredictability to their performance. Oklahoma City Thunder's recent form has been impressive, winning 8 of their last 11 games. However, their momentum was halted by a 2-game skid, culminating in a 124-115 road defeat against the Nets. Despite the setback, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander showcased his prowess with an outstanding performance, contributing 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Thunder shot at a commendable 53% from the field but faced an uphill battle after allowing the Nets to amass 75 points in the first half. Despite trailing by as many as 32 points, the Thunder displayed resilience, scoring 36 points in the fourth quarter. The upcoming challenge for the Thunder is a clash with the Miami Heat. Conversely, the Washington Wizards find themselves in a slump, losing 9 of their last 11 games. Their aspiration to break free from a 4-game slide was dashed by a 121-105 defeat against the Knicks. Kyle Kuzma led the Wizards with 27 points, but they struggled to match the Knicks from the start, falling behind by 20 points at halftime. The Wizards are scheduled to face the Pacers after their upcoming game. As the Thunder gear up for their encounter with the Heat, they face the challenge of being shorthanded, with Davis Bertans listed as questionable. Meanwhile, the Heat are still without key players, including Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, and Kyle Lowry. The uncertainty of player availability adds an element of intrigue to the matchup, with the Thunder having a potential advantage due to their offensive firepower. Speculation surrounds the Heat's lineup, with concerns about the availability of key players such as Kyle Lowry and Caleb Martin. Although Jimmy Butler is expected to return after sitting out the Rockets game, monitoring his availability remains crucial. The Heat's depleted roster could potentially give the Thunder an edge, especially with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander posing a significant threat. Additionally, the Thunder's advantage in rebounding could further contribute to their performance against a Heat team struggling in that aspect. Despite the Thunder facing 2 consecutive losses, they still hold a more favorable position compared to the struggling Wizards. The upcoming game marks the first meeting between the Thunder and the Heat this season. Although the Thunder may not be at their peak, they remain superior to the Wizards, who struggled to gain momentum this season. While the Oklahoma City Thunder suffered losses in both games against the Heat last season, confidence is high for a victory this season. The Thunder's recent scoring average of 130 points per game in their last 3 games contrasts with the Heat's average of 109 points. Considering the Thunder's offensive prowess and the Heat's struggles, the Thunder are poised for success. Both the Thunder and the Heat enter the contest with positive momentum, making it an anticipated close matchup. Despite the Heat's resilience and ability to win as underdogs this season, the Thunder's recent winning streak positions them as favorites. Consequently, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win and cover the spread as favorites in the full game side pick. A comprehensive analysis of both teams' offense and defense, considering factors such as home and away performance, and the last 3 games, yields a projected total of 234. Incorporating the average pace of both teams at 102.8 possessions, the final predicted score rises to 241, surpassing the line total of 235. Furthermore, the Thunder's recent trend of surpassing 235 points in their last 4 games adds weight to the full game total pick, indicating an expectation for the game's total score to exceed the projected line. Anticipating a challenging task for the banged-up Heat in containing the high-scoring Thunder, the outlook favors the Thunder. Currently ranked 4th in the NBA in scoring and the best 3-point shooting team, the Thunder present a formidable offensive threat. Despite the Heat's proficiency in 3-point shooting, their 27th ranked pace of play and rebounding challenges may hinder their ability to control the game's tempo. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Rockets vs. Chicago Bulls. The upcoming inter-conference matchup on Wednesday evening features the Houston Rockets facing off against the Chicago Bulls. The Rockets recently experienced a setback with a road loss to the Heat on Monday, while the Bulls secured a road victory against the Hornets. It's worth noting that each team claimed one victory in their 2 encounters last year. In the realm of impressive performances, the Oklahoma City Thunder have been on a winning streak, triumphing in 9 of their last 12 games. They showcased their prowess in a 136-128 road win against the Wizards on Monday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the charge with 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Chet Holmgren contributed 31 points on an efficient 11 of 14 shooting, and Jalen Williams notched 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Thunder's collective effort resulted in a remarkable 59% field goal shooting and 14 of 28 from beyond the arc. They dominated from the outset, scoring 36 points in the first quarter and maintaining their momentum throughout the game. On a contrasting note, the Miami Heat are riding a positive wave with 6 wins in their last 9 games. Their latest success came in a hard-fought 120-113 win against the Rockets on Monday. Tyler Herro led the Heat with 28 points, Bam Adebayo added 22 points and 12 rebounds, and Kevin Love contributed 15 points off the bench. Despite losing Kyle Lowry to injury mid-game, the Heat shot 50% from the field and 15 of 36 from the three-point line. Their strong performance, particularly in the third quarter, secured the victory against a resilient Rockets team. As the Rockets gear up for their next game, they continue to face challenges with Dillon Brooks and Tari Eason sidelined. The Bulls, on the other hand, are closely monitoring the status of Zach LaVine, who is questionable due to right shoulder soreness. Chicago, with 2 consecutive wins against the Charlotte Hornets, aims to maintain their offensive momentum, although their tendency to engage in close games could be exploited by Houston's solid defense. The Rockets, with a 12-11-1 record against the spread as underdogs, pose a threat to Chicago, which holds a 7-7 record as a favorite and a 5-6 record as a home favorite. Recent performance statistics reveal that the Houston Rockets have achieved a commendable 3-2 record in their last 5 games, securing wins against formidable opponents such as the Nets and the Bucks. Conversely, the Chicago Bulls also boast a 3-2 record in their last 5 games, with 2 wins against the struggling Hornets, one of which required overtime. So the Houston Rockets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Analyzing the offensive dynamics, the Houston Rockets have averaged 113 points in their last 5 games, relying heavily on their robust defense, ranked 4th in field goal defense. In contrast, the Bulls struggle with a 28th position in shooting percentage. The Bulls have only managed to average 105 points in their last 5 games, even with an overtime win against the Hornets. Their defensive strength is evident, conceding 110 or fewer points in 3 of their last 5 games, with an average of only 104 points conceded. The under has been a consistent outcome, occurring in 8 of their last 10 matchups. Considering the struggles of both offenses and the formidable defenses of Chicago and Houston, the under seems to be the prudent choice in this matchup. The Bulls have a 19-19 record in hitting the under this season, with a home record of 19-12. On the other hand, Houston boasts a 19-15-1 record in hitting the under. Notably, the Bulls play at a deliberate pace of 98.2, ranking 30th in the NBA, aiming to control the tempo of the game. In contrast, the Rockets play at a pace of 100.6, ranking 23rd. Anticipate a slow-paced game with both defenses forcing challenging shots and limiting overall scoring, making under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.